Today's video is a warning. For some people, this could be the biggest downside to cutting the cord. 15 seconds, 30 seconds, up to a minute live TV streaming delay. Results of testing you'll only see here next. This is an issue live TV streaming providers don't want to talk about, but we are going to talk about it today. I've gotten a lot of questions recently from viewers asking why streaming services like YouTube TV are behind cable, satellite, and over-the-air broadcast TV with an antenna. In today's video, what you need to know about the live TV streaming delay. Number 1, are all live TV streaming services delayed? The short answer is yes. You could be streaming with any of the major live TV services, and there will be a delay, at least a slight one. YouTube TV actually displays live latency under Stats for Nerds. The delay is typically around 30 seconds for my testing, and that's what I found to be the average across various services, though I do have a reason to question this number and the accuracy of the stats. I'm going to explain why a little bit later on. When I reached out to YouTube TV about the delay, here's the response. There can be a slight delay between YouTube TV and live programs due to several factors and the nature of online streaming itself. But we're continuously working to minimize this and bring you the best viewing experience. Now let me know what you think, but I'm not so sure I'd call a 30-second delay slight, especially since cable, satellite, and even over the air, they have delays too, and in those cases, the delay actually is slight. We're talking as few as a couple seconds if you're watching over the air with an antenna. That's going to be the experience closest to the live event. But cable and satellite, they're right behind over the air, perhaps another second or two delay. So you may be wondering, what's the big deal with a 30-second delay? And it may not be a deal breaker for you, but you should at least know what you're getting yourself into. Here's an example. Let's say you live in an apartment. Your neighbors are watching the New Year's Eve ball drop with an antenna, but you're streaming it. Right at midnight, you hear your neighbors yell, "Happy New Year," but since you're streaming it, the countdown clock still says there are maybe 25 or 30 seconds until the new year. That is just one example, and the live TV delay can also affect people who are glued to their phone and get notifications, plus people who follow Twitter or Reddit for live events. And if you're interested in getting involved in online sports betting, I could also see this being a problem there too. Moving on to number 2. Which streaming service has the worst delay? Now that we've established all live services have at least some sort of a delay, are any better than others? The answer is obviously yes, but it's hard to make generalizations based on my testing. As I showed you earlier, YouTube TV provides this live latency feature. Typically, it is about 30 seconds, but I've been wondering, is that even accurate? So I hopped on the phone with an Xfinity subscriber to determine the difference between cable and streaming while watching a news network, CNN. The difference was about 18 seconds according to my test, but look here, YouTube TV's live latency feature said about 32 seconds. I conducted the same type of test a few days ago for ESPN's Monday Night Football, and YouTube TV was only about 10 seconds behind. That surprised me, especially when you consider what I discovered the previous week during the NFL kickoff game. And first, I again got on the phone with an Xfinity subscriber to determine the difference between cable and the Yahoo Sports app. In this case, 12 seconds. Remember that because we'll be adding 12 seconds to the results I'm about to show you. Starting with YouTube TV, the Yahoo Sports app on my phone was 9 seconds ahead. So add 9 and 12, you get a delay of 21 seconds. I repeated this test with Sling TV, and it was 15 seconds behind the Yahoo Sports app, so when you add 12 seconds to that, 27 seconds, and this is the type of delay that I've really come to expect from streaming. More results now, and Hulu Live was further behind on this day, 24 seconds behind Yahoo Sports, which was 12 seconds behind cable, so 36 seconds added together. The biggest surprise came when I tested out Peacock. It was a total of 50 seconds behind the Yahoo Sports app, so the delay between Peacock and cable TV was over a minute long. You can also have a different delay on different devices, even from the same service. Look here, this is YouTube TV. The game clock on my phone says 9:03, but when I show you the TV set, it's 9:08, 5 seconds behind. I've got another example for you, YouTube TV, Hulu Live, and Sling TV all on my computer. This is Hulu Live, and it has less of a delay this time. We're back on that NFL kickoff game. You can see the extra point attempt, Meanwhile, YouTube TV and Sling TV are still not back from the commercial break. In the end, Sling TV did run slightly ahead of YouTube TV for this test. You get the idea. The numbers, they are so all over the place that I really just come to expect a delay of about 30 seconds, and that's okay with me. Let me know your experience down below in the comments. Number 3, how can I shorten the live TV streaming delay? That response from YouTube TV, I showed it to you earlier. It said that the nature of streaming is one of the factors with the live TV delay. So there's really no way to eliminate this delay altogether. But if you do feel the delay is longer than normal, you could contact customer support and they may have you run a speed test. Just to rule that out, I went to speedup.me and speedtest.net to check my internet speed, and as you can see, well over 300 megabits per second download speeds. More than likely, it's not your internet speed. So the best thing I can do is recommend that you take advantage of the free trials, test out all the services, and you can see if you see a pattern of one that has a lesser live TV delay. And of course, there's the obvious. While streaming TV, you could avoid looking at your phone notifications, stay off Twitter and Reddit, and tell people who call and text you about your 30-second delay so they won't spoil the outcome of your favorite games, live events, and shows. See you next time.